Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Vancouver Real Estate and Mortgage Show, otherwise known as the hashtag YVR Remo Show. My name's Alex McFadyen, this is my good pal Elliot Tan.
Hey guys.
So, Elliot, what's on your mind today?
Well, gone are the days of negotiations.
You got to explain, what do you mean by that?
Well, what I mean by that is that Vancouver's market is so hot right now that any good listing is going into multiple offers.
So, how do you prepare for that as a buyer?
Yeah, good question. There's not just price that wins an offer. There's a lot of other things that you could do to make your offer more appealing to the seller.
Can you give our viewers some tips or information how to win those multiple offer scenarios?
Yeah, for sure. I'll give you 5 tips. Tip number 1, have little or no subjects as possible. Tip number 2, make sure your financing is approved. Tip number 3, review all necessary documents before writing that offer. Tip number 4, do a home inspection before writing that offer. And tip number 5, be flexible with your dates. Ask the seller directly exactly what dates they prefer, or even leave it blank on the contract.
That's really good information.
Well, hold on, there's a bonus tip.
I love bonus tips.
A bonus tip is to have a handwritten letter directly from the buyer to the seller saying how much that buyer is going to love that house.
So a sob story.
Well, not necessarily a sob story, but if you have a family buying another family house, telling that family how much you're going to love it will work. It won't work for investment properties though.
Well, those are really good points, but can you tell us which is the most important out of all those?
Yeah, for sure. The most important is to have that financing clause out of the contract. I've seen a lot of times where buyers didn't get approved for their financing after they offered because they say they have been pre-qualified, but what they want is a pre-approval, right, Alex?
For sure, Elliot. It would make sense that when you're spending 3, 4, 5 times your salary on a home, that you get your finances sorted out first. Now, pre-qualification is essentially a basic application where you write in your salary, income, assets, and debts, and we give you a rough estimate of how much you can afford. Whereas a pre-approval, on the other hand, is where you fill out a full application, you send in your documentation, and an office like mine actually underwrites a deal as diligently as a lender to make sure how much you can afford before telling you.
Well, that's great, but why do some clients say they've been pre-approved by a bank and still not get their money?
Beware the dreaded pre-approval from a bank on a piece of paper. At the end of the day, if you haven't sent in your documentation, it's basically a glorified pre-qualification.
Well, there you have it, folks. If you're in the market in Vancouver and you want to make sure you get the home that you want, call us. I'm Elliot Tan, this is Alex McFadyen, and we're your YVR Real Estate and Mortgage team.